Welcome back, Tom Sox Nation, to Tom Sox Weekly. I'm Mike Bolger.
And I'm London Jackson.
In this show, we got a packed show, starting off with a father and son duo. Then we get a little spicy here with some hot weather.
But here are some highlights.
Get through. Here we go. Here we go. Get down. The pitch in the air, deep right center field. Borjas going back, track, wall. That ball is gone, and you can put Sox on this one. A 3-2 walk-off home run. Welcome back to the field, Robbie Levy, and the Tom Sox stream out of the dugout.
Digging in against Wheeling. The 1-2 line. Ferraro, beautiful backhand, and he will tag the bag unassisted. The Flint Buccaneer with a nice play to end the frame. Hollis rifled into left center. Levy gets to go. It's going to be a play at the plate. Levy slides in safely. Wallace heads to second.
Winwood is driving the air to center field. Back is Pascal, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. In the score is going to be Fultz. He's going to get the wave, and here comes the throw home for Evans. He'll slide in there safely. It'll be a Brian Wynn RBI double all the way to the left center field gap. Now Brooks is going to line one into the gap. That's going to get down and go all the way. In the score is Levy. In the score is Ferraro. Holding at first with the single satisfied is Jake Cook. A few times. That one's going to be lined the other way. That's going to get down for Brooks. Here comes Ferraro, who stumbled around third. He'll be in there standing up.
5 of our players and Coach Randy Tomlin went down to Lynchburg last week for the 2024 prospect game.
Matt Cabram and I were able to go down and catch the game. Matt was able to catch up with the players right after. Here's what he had to say.
What's up, Tom Sox Nation? Matt Cabram here. Today was the NACSB prospect game between the Valley Baseball League South Division and the NYCBL. So today we had 5 Tom Sox being mentioned into this game, but we only saw 4 today. Unfortunately, Cade Ballou was mentioned and was supposed to be in the game today, but he was unavailable to participate today. But with that being said, we had Colby Wallace at first, who had a hit, stole home, and he had a great day all around. For the pitching side, we saw Daniel Powell and Ryan Grayshak. Unfortunately, Ethan Sutton threw 2 nights ago in the win against Stanton, so he was unable to pitch today. But in front of the scouts, Grayshak saw 4 batters, struck out 2, retired all 4, so he had a great day on the mound. Even Daniel Powell came in a very tough situation, but no situation was too tough for DP, as he was able to get through it and try to help to preserve the Valley Baseball League South team to win today. Unfortunately, they lost 12-10, but it was still a great day today in front of the scouts, and I think all the boys did very well. We're here with the only position player who played the entire day today in the VBL prospect game, Colby Wallace. Colby, what was it like getting that first hit during the day?
It just felt really good. I was just trying to get out there and get some swings off, and got one good one. So.
Do you feel like today your routine changed, or did you keep it the same thing like a game day?
I tried to keep it the same as any other game, treated it the same.
4 batters faced today, all 4 retired, 2 strikeouts. What worked so well today on the mound?
I mean, just coming to the field every day and getting done what I need to get done. It just works well, you know.
Do you feel like there was a chip on your shoulder pitching when there was a lot of scouts out there today?
I mean, it's kind of just what I do every day, you know, it's all repetition.
It was a great experience. Didn't necessarily throw my best, but got to see everyone else in the league throw, so it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it.
Did you make any connections today with other players from other teams?
Yeah, it'll definitely be more fun to watch the games. I know a couple more people's names and stuff like that, so that was cool.
Even though you came in a very tough situation today, you still were locked on and you did what you had to do to get out of the jams. What worked so well for you to get out of some certain situations today?
Just trusting my stuff, just hoping that it can be better than the other team's bat, so just kept doing what I've been doing.
Joined alongside Ethan Sutton, one of the 3 pitchers from the team named to the VBL South prospect team. Ethan, we unfortunately didn't see you today. You threw 2 nights ago, but what does it mean to get the recognition to even be a part of this game today?
I mean, I think when you look back at the people that have played in the Valley League, there's a lot of really good names that have played here. So it's definitely something that, is really awesome to be like up there at the top of the list with those guys.
You've been unreal this entire summer. What's it like to be named to the staff with someone like Daniel Powell and Ryan Grayshack?
I mean, it's just one of those things you get to learn and pick from the brains and learn a lot about the game of baseball. So it's good to be around guys like that for sure.
It was a hot day today. What did you do to maintain yourself during the day, and did you have any fun moments today?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another day at the ballpark. You take care of your body and go out there and have fun. I mean, when you're at the ballpark and you're winning, it's really fun. So it all takes care of itself.
Thanks, Matt. So far this season, the Tom Sox have had a ton of duos from different colleges, but one in particular has made a big impact so far this season.
Here's Maddie Guthrie for more from our Coastal Carolina players.
What's up, Tom Sox Nation? I'm here with Dean Mijos and Jake Books to describe their story of being childhood best friends. Guys, how are we doing today?
Not too bad.
Fantastic.
Alrighty, can you just kind of set the scene for me as to like your friendship throughout the years? Just describe a little bit what it's been.
Yeah, so we grew up about, 15, 20 minutes away from each other. Played each other, not so much on the same team. We're kind of opposing districts, so we kind of played against each other a lot. But just kind of having that friendship rivalry, I guess you could say. We kind of got to know each other over the years, from a young age. So it's definitely been fun, moving up with them as we keep going. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is awesome. Like throughout these years, you two have just stuck it out and you're in the exact same place, the exact same time, playing for the exact same team. Can you just tell me about that like friendly rivalry that you just described, and just if there's any competition out on the field and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, when we were in high school, our 2 teams, I'd say, were the best in our conference, and so it was always head-to-head, a good matchup. We always looked forward to it, and yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like you said, we're definitely big rival schools leading up into high school, Springford versus ONJ, and I think there's definitely a bit of compete between us now. Both being in the outfield, a little friendly banter here and there, but at the same time, we want to see each other succeed and compete at the highest level. So.
What has been a factor that has like kept you guys in the same place at the same time, playing for the Tom Sox together?
It's definitely been fun and exciting to move through the ranks with them and watch each other grow as not just players but as individuals. Not only just, our friendship between us, but our families have gotten a lot closer. So it's definitely nice to see that, as we keep moving forward in the process. I think we also push each other in different ways. I mean, we're 2 different players. We need to get better in different ways, and I think we both know how to push each other that way.
Thanks, Maddie. Next up, here's how a son and father duo have paid dividends here in Charlottesville.
Plus, our very own Dylan Price sits down and gets a little spicy with Sammy Mummau.
But before you go, we're going to tell you how you can support the Tom Sox in the community.
Want to take your support of the Tom Sox a step further? Consider hosting a player or making a donation. Host families are the lifeblood of the Tom Sox. Host families provide a bed and a second home for a player. In exchange, get lifelong memories, plus a free week of summer camp and free admission to every home and away game. If you're interested in becoming a host family, visit tomsox.org/host-families. Or consider a donation. Donations are the best way to ensure a bright future for the Tom Sox. Every dollar counts. Whether it be $5, $50, or $500, every bit goes towards securing a bright future for the Tom Sox organization and creating an unparalleled summer experience. Plus, through July 6th, every dollar, up to $10,000, will be 100% matched thanks to the generosity of an anonymous donor. Don't wait, make your impact today by visiting tomsox.org/donate. That's tomsox.org/donate. Thank you for your support. Now back to Tom Sox Weekly.
Welcome back, Tom Sox Nation. From the break, now we're going to take a look at the Tom Sox very first father and son duo in program history.
Gigi Jones caught up with Scott and Cale Stricklin to hear about their bond here in Charlottesville.
Here at the Tom Sox, we've had cousins, we've had brothers, but we've never had a father-son duo. Until now. I had the pleasure of catching up with Scott and Cale Stricklin to ask them about their connection and what brought them to Charlottesville.
So you started off playing at Kent State before the minor leagues. You then transitioned into coaching, where you spent your longest stint at UGA. So when you got the call to come here, you said that you were thrown off a little bit, but you had an immediate yes. Where did that stem from?
Well, you know what, I'd been out of it for a year, and when we realized that Cale was going to come to Charlottesville to play, it was a place that I wanted him to be able to play just because there's so much to do here. It's a good college town, and I got the text shortly after asking if I would want to coach. And it took me a few seconds to just kind of let it settle in, and then it was an easy yes, just an opportunity to get back on the field and try to give back and get to be around my son for the summer, so it was a pretty easy decision.
Definitely. And you know, being on the other side of that, being the son, knowing that you're going to play with your dad for the summer, what was that feeling like?
I mean, it's pretty cool. He's been around my life, controlling me in the baseball world. I mean, just helping me out, being the player and person I am now. Just cool to be out here on the field and him actually coaching me and helping me through the game. So it's awesome.
So you're both speaking a little bit about what it's like interacting with each other on the field. So many parents and kids hope that they can have that kind of connection as they get older. What's it like doing that every day, getting to take this summer to really be together?
Well, for me, it's really important that I try to treat Cale just like I treat all the players. And every player will tell you, I'm always going to tell you the truth. I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm going to coach you. And I try to treat Cale just like I treat everybody else. He still calls me dad, which is a little bit different. But other than that, you know, I try to make it for the same for everybody. Now, it's impossible, I think, to be exactly that way, but I really try to coach him the same way I coach everybody else. I don't talk to him any differently than I talk to anybody else. We obviously have more conversations away from the field, but I think that's the most important thing, is to not make it awkward for him. I'm just a coach, and I'm going to treat him like a player and just like I treat all the other players.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, it's a little different, like you said. Like I try to call him dad. I mean, he is my dad, but when I call him coach, it feels weird. And so when I'm trying to get his attention, I just say dad, and he knows it's me. So it's kind of cool.
Right. So, of course, you're here for a reason, and that's baseball. What are you both expecting out of yourself and out of the season as we near the middle?
Well, anytime you play, you want to win a championship, and that's what we talked about from day one with these players. We've got a really good group. It's a very talented team, and Coach Tomlin's done a great job of kind of getting these guys and these pieces put together. But, you know, our goal is to win. Certainly the summer's a little bit more laid back. You want to have fun. It's a little bit looser atmosphere, but just to play hard and to win a championship, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing for me this summer is just to get more experience, just get more playing time, and just get better as a person and as a player, get to know my teammates, and just have a good summer, have a fun summer.
I love it. Now, you guys have talked a little bit about your dynamics. I gotta ask you, you've had a lot of coaches in your life. Is your dad one of the hardest ones you've ever had?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. Because he's been around me my whole life. There's been times where I've been in the cages, and there's been some times where he's gotten on me pretty good. And there's no one really else, no one that can get as personal, and as he's the best coach I've had. So, you know, he knows me the best.
Those car rides home, I'm sure. Sometimes he's gotten into you a little bit.
Not really, not really.
Oh, okay,
not that bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we made an agreement probably when he was about 13 years old to make those car rides as quiet as they needed to be. And I made an agreement with him. I just said, look, if you want to talk about the game, I'll let you talk. And then you open that door and we'll talk about it. But if he didn't want to talk about it, it's quiet. And so we've had some quiet car rides home too. I just made that decision. I wasn't going to hammer him on the way home, just because all of us as kids have done that. My dad did it with me. He did it out of love. He wanted to help. But I realized, you know, as a kid, I kind of dreaded that a little bit sometimes. So our car rides, we made an agreement we weren't going to do that.
I love that. I love that. You guys have a very healthy relationship, it sounds like. And with that being said, we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to maybe say something to each other. Sometimes, you know, you're in the throes of things, you're surrounded by a lot of people, but it's just the two of you. Is there anything you'd like to say to your dad or say to your son?
I'll let you start.
I just like to say thank you for everything you've done to me. You made me the man I am today and the baseball player I am today, so I'm thankful for everything you've done for me.
Wow, it's a really proud moment for any dad to be able to watch his son grow up, watch his kids grow up. We've got 2 daughters. We're all very proud of our kids, and just to watch them grow up and watch them enjoy themselves and prosper and just make friends and do all those things. That's the biggest thing, is that your kids are happy, and he's the happiest kid I know. He's always got a smile on his face. I know he's a great teammate. I've been able to watch him from a distance all this time, him growing up, and he's always the kid that tries to help others out, and just really proud of him, and just love being able to spend this time with him this summer.
Thanks, Gigi. You've heard of hot ones. Have you ever heard of spicy bites?
Sounds interesting, but our very own Dylan Price sat down with Sam Mummau and ate some blazing wings with a baseball twist.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back into Tom Sox Weekly for our edition of Spicy Bites. I think that's the name. We're workshopping it. We'll see if there's even a second episode, but it's the show with spicy questions and even spicier wings. My guest today, Sam Mummau. Sam, thanks for joining the show.
Of course.
So here's how this is gonna work. Gonna ask you a couple questions in between bites of 3 wings here. We're gonna go up. It's progression in heat from one that's Buffalo Ranch, then something called Golden Fire, and then Blazing. We're doing our variation of the B-Dubs wing challenge here. But you ready? I think we just dive in and take a bite.
I'm ready.
All right, so I think this is the Buffalo Ranch one. All right, I feel like we're good off the bat here. So first question for you. You have a baseball background. Your dad, pro experience. Your brother plays baseball as well. What was that kind of like for you growing up? Because baseball almost kind of came second nature, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've always played baseball, and I've had people that are older than me that did it too, so it was nice to have just like people that know what they're doing helping me out with what I'm doing.
So you ended up going to Florida, where you now play. What was the choice like in choosing to stay within the state and of course join the Florida Gators in the SEC?
They were the best team in Florida, and in-state is like way cheaper than out of state, and it was the best option for the time being.
There we go. All right, let's go to the second wing here. Apparently this is the Golden Fire. We're going up in heat. Each one's gonna get a little bit hotter. Not too bad. It's like a little sweet.
Nope.
All right, how you feeling so far?
Fine.
So I asked you before this, you said you're good with spicy food for the most part?
Yep.
All right. I guess the third one's the hottest one.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Next question for you here is, you've been out in Charlottesville now. We're about almost at the halfway mark through the season. How has the experience here with the Tom Sox been thus far?
It's been great. Met a lot of new friends. It's nice to play baseball again, and I just like hanging out with everyone.
Any favorite moments thus far? It's been almost through about 20 games.
I like winning games with the team and going out with the team too. It's fun outside of baseball. Yeah.
So you got to choose between a crazy big hit, maybe even a walk-off, whatever you want to call it, long ball, or a web gem play in the infield. What are you picking?
I'd rather hit a walk-off for sure.
Okay. Every time?
Every time.
All right. Let's go. No more anticipation. Let's go to the hottest wing. Apparently this is the Blazing wing, and then as we, I guess, recover from it, we got milk and water here. I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions so that Sox fans can get to know you better.
All right.
All right, here we go. There's definitely a bite.
Yep.
A couple 100,000 on the Scoville scale. Our own Ben Rakash told us in advance. I see some sweat, dude.
I am sweating. It's hot out here.
It's hot. That's why we did the hot wings.
Yep.
It's got a little bit of a bite. All right, we're gonna go rapid fire here, so you don't think about the heat.
Okay.
You can have a sip of milk and water if you need here.
I'm definitely taking some
All right.
water.
So first question: favorite color? We'll just go simple. These will get up progressively a little.
Blue.
Okay.
Yep.
Favorite time of music?
Reggae.
Reggae.
Yep.
Reggae. Favorite reggae artist? You got one?
Bob Marley.
All right. Favorite pro sports team?
I like the Tampa Bay Rays and the Bucks. Tie.
So I talked to Cade Blue. I made him say something nice about another SEC school. I want you to do the same thing. We can get into it?
Yeah. Does it have to be about Auburn?
No, you can do any SEC school.
I don't have anything nice to say about any of the other ones.
Nothing nice to say?
Nothing at all. Oh, I mean, I guess Tennessee has nice jerseys.
Tennessee's nice jerseys.
Yeah.
The heat's building a little bit.
It is. I'm sweating.
And now, oh my gosh, it's getting me a little bit here. All right, last question. Through the, as we mentioned, the halfway mark of the season, I'm starting to stutter. It's building up a little bit here. Halfway mark through the season, obviously the goal, win the VBL crown. What are some personal goals you have for yourself as we round things out, though?
Get to a good school for next year and just win a bunch of games. That's pretty much it.
And then the last question for you, your biggest inspiration in terms of someone you model your play after, anything like that? It's getting me. It's built up.
I like Andrelton Simmons. He's just a good defensive shortstop that can swing it a little bit.
All right, Sam, I thank you. I don't think that was that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad?
Pretty bad.
Well, it was fun hanging with you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sam Mummau. Rejoin you back on Tom Sox Weekly.
Thanks, Dylan. And I don't know about you, London, but that made me hungry for both wings and some baseball.
It sure did.
Well, speaking of baseball, here's our upcoming schedule for the Tom Sox.
Thanks for watching another episode of Tom Sox Weekly. You can catch us on a brand new episode next week.
For the meantime, though, you can check out our On Deck podcast that airs before every home game with exclusive content from both our coaches and players.
Thanks for joining, and for Mike Bolger, I'm London Jackson, and as always,
Go Sox!